Hello baseball fans, this is King Ikeboo coming to you from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. As I mentioned in the last video, we would see the first game of every series of our Best of the 50s tournament now that we are in the round of 32, and then I promised we would see also every elimination game. Well, we have our first elimination game here in game number 4. So if you can do a quick math problem, that means that we are 3 games to nothing in this series. And normally when you have a number 1 seed versus a 54th seed, the number 1 seed would be up 3 games to none. That's just basic logic. However, in this case, it is reversed. The mighty 1957 Baltimore Orioles, the 54th ranked team, are 3 games to none over the 1958 Yankees, who are the number 1 seed. Who would have thunk it? The mighty Orioles have won 8 games in a row in this tournament after losing their first game. And so the Yankees, it's do or die. And if the Yankees go on a run and start winning, we're going to see a lot of this series. Because, as I promised, every elimination game is going to be recorded. So let's see if the Yankees can get on that run. And to do so, they have shuffled their lineups somewhat. Leading off and playing second base is Gil McDougald. Batting second, the third baseman, Andy Carey. Batting third, the center fielder, Mickey Mantle. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Norm Seaburn. Batting fifth, the catcher, Yogi Berra. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Hank Bauer. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Bill Skowron. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Tony Kubek. And batting ninth, the pitcher, his first start in this series, Art Ditmar. For the mighty Baltimore Orioles, up 3 games to none. Leading off and playing right field, Al Pilarczyk. Batting second, the shortstop, Jim Brideweeser. Batting third, the third baseman, George Kell. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Bob Boyd. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Bob Neiman. Batting sixth, the catcher, Gus Triandos. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jim Busby. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Billy Gardner. And batting ninth, today's starting pitcher, his first game in this series, Ray Moore. Let's see what Ray Moore has done so far in this tournament. He's had 2 starts, one in each of the previous 2 series. The first one, he got shellacked. He gave up 7 runs in 5 2/3 innings. That was the only game that the Orioles have lost in this tournament. And then he pitched against Brooklyn in the next series and did somewhat better. He did not give up 7 runs in 5 1/3. He gave up 8 runs in 12 innings, but did not get the win. So let's see if Ray Moore can get his first win of this tournament.
Pitching for 57 Baltimore, 54, Ray Moore. Leading off for 58 Yankees, 1, second baseman, Gil McDougald.
And finally, the genius that King Ikeboo is finally clued in to do the narration translation for Naya and change it to Yankees. You know, I should have thought about that about, let's see, 15 games ago. But, oh well, we'll have it for the rest of the tournament. Let's get this one underway. So Gil McDougald leads off, where Elston Howard is benched. And we'll see if McDougald can do better. Oh, yes. Change this. I always forget that. And if I don't do that, I let the Yankee lineup do by the computer. They put some crazy lineups in there. So I want to make sure the Yankees had a chance. No one can complain or say that my anti-Yankee bias is going to create the outcome of the game. I put the best possible lineup and the best possible pitcher out there for them. So here we go. McDougald flies out.
Third baseman, Andy Carey.
Carey, who was the cleanup hitter for the first 3 games, now batting second. Let's see if that changes the Yankee fortunes. Well, he pops out to Boyd.
Center fielder, Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle is pretty much the only guy who is doing anything for the Yankees. He has 2 home runs in this series. Let's see what else I can tell you. He's only batting .250, but he has 2 long home runs. Game logs. I wish I could tell you. I know that the second game was 9-1 for the Orioles. They just blew them out of the water in Yankee Stadium. But the last game, Game 3, was a come-from-behind Baltimore 3-2 win, where Mantle homered in that game. And he has a 7-game hitting streak, but he is out.
Pitching for 58 Yankees, 1, Art Ditmar. Leading off for 57 Baltimore, 54, right fielder, Al Balarsic.
Interesting thing that in real life, I've talked about this before, Whitey Ford was almost unhittable in the World Series, in the postseason, because they didn't have playoffs. Everything was World Series. But so far in this tournament, Whitey Ford is getting beaten around. Every time he takes the mound, it's runs upon runs scored against him, and that happened in game number 2 in this series. And there's Pilarczyk getting on again.
Shortstop, Jim Weezer.
Here's Bride Weezer. He was the hero in one of the games, I think against St. Louis, where he hit that 1 home run he had. Let's see if I'm recalling correctly. Yes, he had 1 game on the verge of elimination. We could have no Cinderella Baltimore Orioles, but in the 9th inning, 8th, 9th inning, somewhere there, Jim Weezer hits a home run to give Baltimore the win. If that didn't happen, we would not be talking about this team. So we can give thanks to Mr. Weezer for all this huge run that the Orioles are having. But now he's just going to take a pitch or 2. Nope, he's strike 1, so he's going to bunt, and it's successful.
Third baseman, George Kell.
George Kell, so far in this tournament, he is batting .217, 5 for 23, no home runs, and 1 RBI. Yet we still put him out there. He's playing instead of our good friend Billy Goodman. Maybe that was a bad decision. But he gets a hit here. 65% chance. We will... I've just been burned so many times. I'm saying no.
First baseman, Bob Boyd.
Because Bob Boyd is up next. Bob Boyd. He's batting .452, 14 for 31. He has no home runs, but he has 7 RBIs, 6 walks, only 2 strikeouts, 5 doubles. So that's why I did not send Pilarczyk. This man is hot. Strike 1 to Boyd. And now he hits into a double play. Yes, we'll send him. Oh, he runs it out. Good job, Boyd.
Left fielder, Bob Neiman.
And somehow, Skowron couldn't dig it out, and Pilarczyk scores, and it's out of play, and Boyd ends up at second base. So he has the luck of the Irish here. Here's Neiman. He's had a pretty good tournament, too. He is batting .353, 12 for 34, no home runs. No big surprise for the Orioles, but he does have 6 RBIs. 2 balls and no strikes for Neiman. And he's playing an outstanding left field. It's a pretty well, but that's not going to do it.
Norm Seaburn.
So the Orioles score first and are up 1-0. Here's Norm Seaburn. Close
Catcher,
play.
Yogi Berra.
He beats it out. He is motivated. He wants to prove that he belongs in this lineup by beating out an infield hit. Here's Yogi. Now what's Yogi doing so far? I guess I gotta click this one. He is 3 for 9 with a home run. We saw it last time. Strike 1 to Yogi. 2 strikes on Yogi. Fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Yogi Berra. And that should be easy. Here's Weezer going for it.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
Here's Hank. Hammer and Hank. Ball 1. And that should be easy. Nice play by Busby.
First
to run a
baseman,
long way.
Bill Skowron.
Skowron. I struggle with this pronunciation. I just can't get it right. If you can help me out, I'd
Catcher,
appreciate it.
Gus Triandos.
I struggled. I did. So you go here, and you go edit narrator translations, and you put Scowrun in, and I tried Scowron, but Scowrun. I tried run.
Scowrun.
See, I can't get it exactly right, so I have to live with it. But here's Triandos, and he's going to be out.
Center fielder, Jim Busby.
Busby, excellent defender.
Second baseman, Billy Gardner.
So I brought to you some of the heroes of the Orioles so far on this great run. You cannot overlook the power man. Now, power I mean by driving in runs. This is Billy Gardner. You look at these numbers, 237 hitter, 2 home runs, 52 during the regular season. It does not scream powerhouse, but in this tournament he's been outstanding. He's 12 for 31 with 13 RBIs. He's driving all the runs in for the Orioles in the 8th spot. Okay, they didn't even say Scowron. I guess because he was up when the last out occurred. That's right. That's what happens.
Shortstop, Tony Kubek.
Kubek gets the second
Pitcher,
Yankee hit.
Art
I was going to say first,
Ditmar.
but it's the second Yankee hit. Well, we'll bring the corners in because Ditmar's probably going to bunt. And there it is. Oh, he's going to second, and
baseman,
is successful.
Gil McDougald.
Excellent play by who? Triandos. Yes, he is an excellent defensive catcher. We won't hold him on. They're not going to steal with the pitcher, are they? Just puts our odds of their odds of a hit that much down, a little bit down. 3 balls and a strike to McDougald. Full count, and he walked him.
Third baseman, Andy Carey.
Andy Carey, so far he is 3 for 12. Strike 1 to Andy. 2 balls and a strike. 3 balls and a strike. We don't want Mickey Mantle up next with the bases loaded. And Moore is fighting back. He's got some spunk, that man. But he walked him.
Center fielder, Mickey Mantle.
This is not what we want. As the Mick is up with the bases loaded. Ball 1. Strike. 2 balls and a strike to Mickey. 3 balls and a strike. And if we hit aggressive, I think his slugging percentage goes up like 300 points. Once again, this is like a replay of the last at-bat. Full count. We don't want the same result. Hits it foul. 1 grand slam on the season. What are the odds of that? You have 54 home runs and only 1 grand slam. And he walks them. We're tied 1-1.
Left fielder, Norm Seaburn.
And here's the motivated Seaburn. Strike 1. 1-1. What's wrong with you, Mr. Moore? We're just going to change things up here. He's just throwing ball after ball. He's got 59 pitches already here in the 3rd inning. I don't know if that helps at all, but at least we're 2-2. Got him!
Pitcher, Ray Moore.
I like to think it was the manager going to the mound that created that strikeout. Here's Ray Moore. He's a silver tip kind of guy. I don't know, how old is he? He is 31 years old. He needs that just for men.
Right fielder, Al Valarsic.
This ball game is sponsored by Just for Men. 1 down.
Shortstop, Jim Brideweezer.
Here's the mighty Brideweezer.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
And that was pretty quick and silent for the Orioles in the 3rd. It's 1-1 after 3. Look at that Brideweezer go. He's going to get to it.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
Here's Bauer. And he hits it out of here. 382 feet.
Bill Skowron.
And the Yankees take the lead 2-1. They haven't been up very much in this series.
Shortstop, Tony Kubek.
That was a great play by Jim. Here's Kubek. He hits it deep, but it's
Third
caught.
baseman, George Kell.
Here's George Kell. The Orioles are down. Another pop out. One away.
First baseman, Bob Boyd.
Here's Boyd. He reached on fielder's choice, I believe, and an error to second.
Left fielder, Bob Neiman.
That was a line shot headed to the mound. Great reaction by Ditmar. Here's Neiman 0 for 1. He gets a base hit.
Catcher, Gus Triandos.
With 2 out, however. But here is our power man, relatively speaking, Triandos. Strike 1. See, Ditmar had 10 home runs and 145 innings pitched. A ball and a strike. And a line out.
Pitcher, Art Ditmar.
So after 4 innings, the desperate Yankees lead 2-1 over Baltimore.
Second baseman, Gil McDougall.
So the computer wanted to put in, it was just desperate to put in Duke Maz. I don't know, isn't this guy like your next best pitcher, 2.10 ERA, 10-3 record? Why don't you put him in the elimination game? But no, they wanted to put in Duke Maz. So I had to take control and put the guy they really needed.
Third baseman, Andy Carey.
2 outs for Carey and a base hit.
Center fielder, Mickey Mantle.
That brings up the Mick. You can see his odds of, surprisingly, the home run odds are very low. But still a 4.14 average and 54% chance of a ball here. And there it is. There's the ball. 2 balls. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 strike. 2 strikes. And a ball 4.
Left fielder, Norm Seabird.
How long can we go with Ray Moore? All this is happening with 2 outs. Ball and a strike. Now 2 strikes. 2 and 2. 3 and 2. Everything is full count with this guy. And he walks another guy.
Catcher, Yogi Berra.
I haven't used many of the relievers. You can tell I've used Fornellis last game. He pitched about 2 2/3 innings. I brought Jerry Walker in game 1. Hal Brown went the distance in game 2. Let's see. Should we bring in Bill White? He was 278, 6'3". He walks a lot of guys too, however. I'm not in the mood right now for a guy who can't throw the ball over the plate. We have Ken Lehman, 1.64 ERA. He's much better. I don't know how much he can pitch. It's more like a late innings type of guy. Art Cicerelli, also wild. Billy Odell pitched yesterday. Pitched pretty well. He started off slow, but he picked it up as the game went on. And who's, yeah. Well, let's give him one more chance. Look at that. Comes through.
Center fielder, Jim Busby.
Here's Busby in the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Yankees.
Second baseman, Billy Gardner.
See, Yankee fans, aren't you glad I put in Art Ditmar? He's pitching a wonderful game so far. Can't even hit it out of the infield.
Ray Moore.
Ray Moore, 0 for 1, strikes
Right
out.
fielder, Hank Bauer.
Here's Bauer. Moore has 100 pitches.
First baseman, Bill Scow run. Shortstop, Tony, Kubek.
There's 2 out hits.
Pitcher, Art Ditmar.
Strike 1 to the pitcher. And hopefully that's easy.
Right fielder, Al Valarsic.
So we are on the bottom of the 6th. It's still 2-1 Yankees.
Shortstop,
What was that?
Jim Weezer.
It was off the glove of McDougald, one of the greatest fielders of the 50s. Makes an error. Will this open up the door? Weezer, do your thing. Oh, he's got a bunt. And he does
Third
his
baseman,
job.
George Cal.
Cal needs to come through. 2 balls on Cal. And a base hit. 75%. Oh, yeah, we got red hot Bob Boyd up. I'm not going to send him.
First baseman, Bob.
Oh,
Boyd.
that could be the decision that's going to come back and haunt us. Let's watch him hit into a double play here. Strike 1 or strike out. That'd be just about as bad. No, he gets a hit.
Left fielder.
Don't call me a prophet.
Neiman.
I just calls him as I sees him. Here's Neiman. We're tied 2-2. Baltimore looking for more. Ball 1. And is that 2? 1, 2.
Second baseman, Gil
See?
McDougald.
I talked about a double play, and there it was. There's 2-2. Moore looks strong. McDougald wants to make amends for his error that cost the Yankees in that last inning, but he
Third
strikes
baseman,
out.
Andy Carey.
Carey hits it deep, but it's
Center
caught at the
fielder,
wall.
Mickey Mantle.
Neiman climbs the wall to rob Carey of a home run. Here's Mickey. That's where we want. We want Mickey up with nobody on base. And he strikes
Catcher,
out.
Gus Triandos.
So, looks like Oriole pitchers come into their own as the innings go on. Moore was almost taken out of this game, but he has really excelled since then. Here's Triandos on the bottom of the 7th. He hits it high, hits it deep.
Center fielder,
Caught at the
Jim
wall.
Busby.
Seaburn says, anything that Neiman can do, I can do better. Here's Busby.
Second baseman, Billy Gardner.
And I built up Billy Gardner, hasn't done anything yet, but the game is still not over. But he strikes
Left
out there.
fielder,
He's
Norm
saving himself for the
Seaburn.
next at bat when there's somebody on base. Moore looks fine. He's thrown 128 pitches. Got to really be careful here. Strikes
Catcher,
him out.
Yogi Berra.
Here's Yogi over 3. This is dangerous. 2% chance of a home run. But he grounds out.
Right fielder, Hank Bauer.
Here's Hank Bauer, 1 for 3. He hit that solo home run that put the Yankees up in the 4th. Hits it hard but foul. Hits it hard
Pitcher,
but lines
Ray
out.
Moore.
So we're in the bottom of the 8th and we're still 2-2. Mr. Moore, sorry for doubting you. You came through, but it's time for you to go. Okay, who are we going to bring in now? We're not going to waste Goodman on this situation. I've been looking at Cowsey. How long? He can't hit, but he can walk. So we're going to bring him in, give him his chance. Just tired of looking at him, maybe. But I've looked at him over and over because he's right at the top all the time.
Pinch hitter, Wayne Causey.
Okay, Kazi.
Right fielder,
Strikes
Al
out.
Valarsic.
Just like that. Okay, here's Pilarczyk. That's 4 strikeouts for Ditmar. No walks. 2 men
Shortstop,
out.
Jim Weezer.
Weezer. And he...
Third
Oh, an
baseman,
error through
George
Kubek's leg.
Cal.
No, just like the 60 World Series. That one probably bounced up and hit him in the neck. But he's going to stay in the ball game because he's a trooper. Okay, here's Kel. He's 2 for 3 today. 2 singles. Strike 1. Strike 2. A rare ball. Rare 2 balls. And that should be easy.
First baseman, Bill Skowron.
So we go to the bottom or the top of the 9th, and it's still 2-2. Okay, we got Skowron, Kubek, and Ditmar. Who should we bring in? Should we try Mr. Milt Pappas? Now, my theory is that when you bring in a guy that only has 9 innings pitched, and he has incredible numbers, a lot of times, for some reason, he gets shelled. The game does not consider those great numbers in effect. That's my theory. Although, if you look at Pappas, he had great numbers in the 8 innings he pitched. So, we are going to give him a chance. We're up 3-0. We can give the rookie a chance.
Pitching for 57 Baltimore, 54, Milt Pappas.
Here we go. Hits it high, hits it deep, but it's going to be caught
Shortstop,
again.
Tony
Neiman.
Kubek.
Kubek's 2 for 3. So far so good for
Pitcher,
Mr. Pappas.
Art Ditmar.
Okay, he's got 111 pitches. Will they pull him? They do, and bring in Enos Slaughter. So no more Ditmar.
Pinch hitting for 58 Yankees, 1, Enos Slaughter.
And that's an easy play. So Pappas is coming through. And now we have to face Ryan Dern, the fireballer.
Pitching for 58 Yankees, 1, Ryan Duran. First baseman, Bob Boyd.
Ryan Dern. As a Cub fan, I should know that. It's Ryan, not Ryan. I apologize to Cub fans everywhere. Okay, so I don't know. There's no difference. He is awesome versus both lefties and righties. So we just got to hope that these 70 pitches pass by. Whoa, he hits it deep, but it's
Left
caught
fielder,
by Mickey.
Bob Neiman.
A lot of hits to the wall in the last couple of innings. Here's Neiman. He's done it twice. And he pops out. That one's not getting to any fence.
Catcher, Gus Triandos.
Triandos is 0 for 3 and 0
Second
for 4.
baseman, Gil McDougald.
So now we're in the 10th. And we're going to rely on Mr. Pappas some more. He's got 60 pitches. He seems to be doing well.
Third baseman, Andy Carey.
The rookie, the 18-year-old rookie, although he
Center
just walked
fielder,
somebody.
Mickey Mantle.
He's only 18. If you don't believe me, there it is, 18 years old. This is too much for an 18-year-old to pitch in this situation against Mickey Mantle. Ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes. And he gets a base hit.
Left fielder, Norm Seaburn.
Well, Mr. Pappas, you've done well for us, but that is it for you. We're going to bring in Mr. Ken. He's going to be up next. Can he hit it all? Should maybe find a left-hander that can hit a little. Cicerelli, can you hit? No, you're dreadful. How about Bill White? He did not play defense for the Blackhawks, and it's spelled differently. White without an H. 2 men on. I don't want to do a double switch. The only double switch I consider maybe is Boyd. How about you? Ooh, he's pretty good. And he doesn't pitch many innings. He pitched some. He had a 1.27 ERA in the regular season. We're going to bring you in, Don. See what the narrator, Dave, how he pronounces you.
Pitching for 57 Baltimore, 54, Don Ferrareset.
I am sure it's not Ferrareset. Ferize, I would think. Here we go. Ball 1 to Seaburn. Strike. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hits it deep, and it is off the wall. 1 run scores. And 2
Catcher,
runs score.
Yogi Berra.
A man with a 1.27 ERA does not come through. Strike. 2 strikes. That was a better outcome, but the damage
Right
is done.
fielder, Hank Bauer.
Well, that's enough of you. We will bring in Okay, we'll bring in Sandy Consuegra. Bringing all the scrubs.
Pitching for 57 Baltimore.
I like to hear this
54, Sandy Consuegra.
Oh, probably better than I did. Way to go, Dave. 2 balls. 3 balls. Strike. And he got him out.
Center fielder, Jim Busby.
So they're taking out Bauer and putting Elston Howard in right field. Interesting. He's got much less of an arm. All right. And we got Duran on the mound. I don't like our chances. 1
Second
strikeout.
baseman, Billy Gardner.
A little dribbler.
Pitcher, Sandy Consuegra.
Consuegra. We're going to bring in Billy Goodman. Too little, too late for Goodman.
Pinch hitter, Billy Goodman.
That's it. The Yankees stay
The
alive.
final score from Memorial Stadium, in 10 innings, 58 Yankees, 1-4, 57 Baltimore, 54-2. Ryan Duran is the winner. He is now 7-6. Milt Pappas gets the loss. He is now 0-1. Hank Bauer hit his 15th home run of the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 35 minutes.
So you can see here in the box score that Ditmar had plus stuff. And you could tell he didn't walk anybody. Only gave up 5 hits. He was dominating. Ray Moore did all right. He had a plus stuff. But he was just... Ditmar was just a little bit better. But it was that using the rookies, I guess, cost the Orioles. So you can put that one on me. Although, I don't know. I don't think they pitched that poorly. Maybe except for Rizzi. But anyway, we're going to see a Game 5 tomorrow. So, until then, the final score, the #1 ranked Yankees 4 and the 54 ranked Baltimore Orioles 2. This is King Ikeboo signing off. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.